Chapter 1. The Noise and the Needle. Why focus is so rare and so valuable. Have you ever opened your phone and forgotten why you picked it up? Picture this. You're sitting at your desk. You have a goal, a deadline, a dream, but your phone buzzes. Your inbox pings. Your mind wanders, and suddenly you're scrolling, you're multitasking, you're lost. Sound familiar? Because here's the truth. We live in the age of attention theft, and focus is the currency of greatness. Let me tell you about Cal Newport. He wrote deep work. He said, the ability to perform deep work is becoming increasingly rare. At exactly the same time, it is becoming increasingly valuable. Have you ever felt like your brain was scattered, like you were everywhere and nowhere at once? Here's the truth. Focus isn't just about productivity. It's about power. Think about Warren Buffett. He was once asked what the key to success was. He said, say no to almost everything. Let me tell you about Emily. Emily wanted to start a podcast. She had ideas. She had passion, but she also had 17 tabs open, 5 social media accounts, and a calendar full of urgent things. Until one day she made a rule, 1 hour, no distractions, every morning. And now her podcast is thriving. Not because she worked harder, but because she worked deeper. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, ask yourself, what's stealing my focus and what's it costing me? Because in a world of noise, focus is the needle that threads your legacy. In Chapter 2, we'll explore how clarity fuels focus and why knowing what matters is the first step to deep attention. Ready to cut through the clutter and find your true target? Let's go. Chapter 2. Clarity is power. Focus begins with knowing what matters. Have you ever tried to concentrate but didn't know what you were aiming for? Let's talk about clarity, not just goals. I mean precision, the kind that says, this is what I want. This is what I will protect. This is where my energy belongs. Because here's the truth, you can't focus on everything. You must choose. Let me tell you about Steve Jobs. He once said, focusing is about saying no. When he returned to Apple, he cut 70% of the product line. Why? Because clarity creates excellence. Have you ever felt busy, but not productive? Here's the truth. Busyness is a trap. Clarity is the escape. Think about Oprah Winfrey. She built an empire, but she said, you get in life what you have the courage to ask for. And to ask clearly, you must think clearly. Let me tell you about Daniel. Daniel wanted to grow his business. He tried ads. He tried every tips. He tried everything. Until he paused, asked, what do I really want? The answer, freedom, impact, simplicity. So he focused on one product, one audience, one message. And everything changed. So the next time your mind feels scattered, ask yourself, what truly matters right now? Because focus doesn't begin with discipline. It begins with direction. In Chapter 3, we'll explore how distraction hijacks your brain and why mastering your environment is the key to deep focus. Ready to reclaim your attention from the noise? Let's go. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to watch new videos every day. Chapter 3. The Battlefield of Attention. Mastering your environment to protect focus. Have you ever tried to concentrate in a room full of noise? Let's talk about your environment, not just your desk. I mean the digital clutter, the mental interruptions, the invisible thieves of your attention. Because here's the truth. Your brain isn't built for multitasking. It's built for immersion. Let me tell you about Nir Eyal. He wrote Indistractable. He said, the cure for distraction is not discipline. It's planning. He teaches that distraction isn't just external, it's internal. It's emotional. It's often a way to escape discomfort. Have you ever checked your phone just to avoid a hard task? Here's the truth. Distraction is often a symptom. Focus is the solution. Think about LeBron James. Before every game, he has a ritual. Stretching, breathing, silence. He doesn't just train his body, he trains his space. Let me tell you about Rachel. Rachel was writing her thesis, but her phone kept buzzing. Her roommate kept talking. Her browser had 12 tabs open. So she made a rule. Phone in another room, noise-canceling headphones, 1 tab only, 90-minute deep work blocks. And suddenly, she finished early, with clarity, with pride. So the next time you struggle to focus, ask yourself, Is my environment helping me or hijacking me? Because focus isn't just mental, it's architectural. In Chapter 4, we'll explore how focus fuels creativity and why deep attention unlocks your most brilliant ideas. Ready to tap into your genius? Let's go. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to watch new videos every day. Chapter 4, Focus Unlocks Genius, How Deep Attention Fuels Creativity. What if your best ideas were hiding behind your distractions? Let's talk about creativity, not just inspiration. I mean innovation, the kind that changes industries, moves hearts, and starts revolutions. Because here's the truth, creativity isn't random. It's revealed through focus. Let me tell you about Albert Einstein. He said, "It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer." He didn't chase ideas, he sat with them. He wrestled with them. He focused. Have you ever had a brilliant idea, only to lose it in the noise? Here's the truth. Your mind is a gold mine, but you need silence to dig. Think about J.K. Rowling. She wrote Harry Potter and Confess. No Wi-Fi, no distractions, just her and the page. She said, "Sometimes the ideas just come to me. Other times, I have to chase them down with a club." Let me tell you about Ben. Ben was a designer. He kept jumping between projects. Nothing felt original. So he unplugged, blocked 3 hours a day, no meetings, no multitasking, and suddenly his work transformed. Not because he changed tools, but because he changed depth. So the next time you feel uninspired, ask yourself, have I given this idea my full attention? Because brilliance doesn't come from speed. It comes from stillness. In Chapter 5, we'll explore how focus builds emotional strength and why deep attention helps you stay grounded in a chaotic world. Ready to find peace through presence? Let's go. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to watch new videos every day. Chapter 5, Presence Over Pressure, How Focus Builds Emotional Strength. Have you ever been in a room but felt like your mind was somewhere else? Let's talk about presence, not just being there. I mean truly being there, mind, body, soul, the kind of presence that says, I'm here, I'm listening, I'm alive. Because here's the truth, focus isn't just about tasks, it's about peace. Let me tell you about Eckhart Tolle. He wrote The Power of Now. He said, realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. He teaches that anxiety lies in the future, regret lies in the past, but peace lies in presence. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by things that haven't even happened yet? Here's the truth, your mind doesn't need more speed, it needs more stillness. Think about Simone Biles. She stepped away from the Olympics, not because she couldn't perform, but because she chose presence over pressure. She said, I have to do what's right for me and focus on my well-being. Let me tell you about Jake. Jake was a lawyer, always rushing, always multitasking, until one day his daughter said, Dad, you're here, but you're not really here. That moment broke him and rebuilt him. He started meditating, started journaling, started showing up fully, and everything changed. So the next time you feel scattered, ask yourself, what would it feel like to be fully here? Because focus isn't just about doing, it's about being. In Chapter 6, we'll explore how focus fuels mastery and why deep attention is the secret to becoming world-class, ready to go from good to great. Let's go. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to watch new videos every day. Chapter 6, Focus Builds Mastery, How Deep Attention Turns Good into Great. What if the only thing separating you from greatness was your ability to stay focused? Let's talk about mastery, not just talent, not just effort. I mean the kind of excellence that comes from obsession, from repetition, from deep, undistracted attention. Because here's the truth, you don't become world-class by dabbling. You become world-class by diving deep. Let me tell you about Tiger Woods. He started swinging a golf club at age 2. He practiced relentlessly. He focused obsessively. He said, I smile at obstacles. Have you ever tried to improve something while constantly switching focus? Here's the truth. You can't master what you won't commit to. Think about Jojo Ma, one of the greatest cellists in history. He didn't just play. He studied. He refined. He focused. Let me tell you about Alex. Alex wanted to become a top coder. He tried tutorials. He jumped between languages. He got nowhere until he chose one language, one project, one goal. He blocked 3 hours a day. No distractions, no shortcuts. And now he's leading a tech team, not because he's gifted, but because he's focused. So the next time you want to be great, ask yourself, am I going deep or just skimming the surface? Because mastery isn't about doing more. It's about doing one thing better than anyone. In Chapter 7, we'll explore how focus creates freedom and why narrowing your attention expands your life. Ready to simplify and soar? Let's go. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to watch new videos every day. Chapter 7, Freedom Through Focus. Why narrowing your attention expands your life. What if saying yes to one thing gave you the freedom to say no to everything else? Let's talk about freedom, not just time, not just money. I mean the kind of freedom that comes from clarity, from simplicity, from choosing what matters and letting go of what doesn't. Because here's the truth, focus isn't confinement, it's liberation. Let me tell you about Greg McKeown. He wrote Essentialism. He said, if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. He teaches that when you focus on less, you live more. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by options, obligations, and open tabs? Here's the truth. You don't need more time. You need fewer distractions. Think about Marie Kondo. She built a movement around decluttering, not just homes, but minds. She said, keep only those things that speak to the heart. Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah was a freelancer. She offered 10 services. She was exhausted. Then she asked, what do I love most? The answer, brand strategy. She cut everything else, focused, and now she earns more. Works less, feels alive. So the next time you feel trapped, ask yourself, what can I subtract to expand? Because focus isn't about doing less. It's about living more. In Chapter 8, we'll explore how focus builds legacy and why your attention is the most powerful investment you'll ever make. Ready to leave a mark that lasts? Let's go. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to watch new videos every day. Chapter 8, Legacy of Attention. Why focus is the greatest investment you'll ever make. What if the way you spend your attention becomes the story people tell about you? Let's talk about legacy, not just achievements, not just trophies. I mean the impact that lasts, the ripple effect, the quiet influence of someone who showed up fully. Because here's the truth, your attention is your most valuable currency. And how you spend it shapes who you become. Let me tell you about Mr. Rogers. He didn't just host a children's show. He listened, he focused, he made every child feel seen. He said, the greatest gift you ever give is your honest self. And that gift was his attention. Have you ever felt invisible until someone truly listened? Here's the truth. Focus isn't just about productivity. It's about presence. It's about love. Think about Barack Obama in meetings. He was known for listening deeply. No phone, no interruptions, just full attention. Let me tell you about Olivia. Olivia was a mentor. She didn't have millions. She didn't have fame. But every week she met with young women. She listened, she guided, she focused. And years later, those women became leaders. And they said she believed in me because she paid attention. So the next time you wonder what you're leaving behind, ask yourself, where am I placing my attention and what is it building? Because legacy isn't built in loud moments. It's built in focused ones. In Chapter 9, we'll bring it all together and explore how focus becomes a way of life. Ready to live with clarity, depth, and quiet power? Let's finish strong. Chapter 9, Focus as a way of life. Living with clarity, depth, and quiet power. What if focus wasn't just something you practiced, but something you became? Let's talk about lifestyle, not just habits, not just hacks. I mean the way you walk through the world, the way you breathe through chaos, the way you choose depth over distraction. Because here's the truth, focus isn't a tool, it's a way of being. Let me tell you about Bruce Lee. He said, the successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus. He didn't just train his body, he trained his mind. He lived with intention. Have you ever felt like your life was scattered, like you were everywhere, but nowhere? Here's the truth. You don't need more time. You need more presence. Think about monks in a monastery. They wake early. They meditate. They chant. They serve, not because they're escaping the world, but because they're mastering it from within. Let me tell you about Ethan. Ethan was a CEO, but he was also a father, a husband, a friend. He made a rule: when I'm with you, I'm with you. No phones at dinner, no multitasking in meetings, no half-hearted conversations. And people felt it. They felt seen. He became magnetic, not because he was loud, but because he was present. So the next time you wake up, ask yourself, what will I give my full attention to today? Then do that with depth, with heart, with power. Because focus isn't just a superpower. It's a soul practice.